Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Come here a minute. Are you still paying for cable? Are you really using satellite TV and expecting a great experience? Every time the wind blows, the TV goes out? I have a solution for you that's not going to break the bank. I have something called the SlingTV Box. Get ready, we're going to do an unboxing. We're going to share with you why I think this may be a solution, well, to stop the hemorrhaging from your wallet. Hello everyone and welcome back to Life Redesigned. If you're stopping by for the first time, well, I'm Bob. This is our RV and we are not a tech channel, and you may wonder what makes me qualified to talk to you about streaming devices. Absolutely nothing. I'm just an average guy doing an average thing, and I like TV content. What I don't like is paying for it. I don't like being abused by companies, and I can't stand having to have 90 different services just to get the content that I want to enjoy. So I've been diving deep into streaming devices, and I've found something that's a little unique, a little different, and well, kind of has me really curious, and that is the SlingTV Box. Now I'm going to go right off the bat and say, no, this is not what you're thinking. This is not anything to do with the SlingTV. It's in the streaming service. This is something different, and I'm quite intrigued just by the name itself. But in today's video, we're going to walk you through an unboxing. We're going to share everything about this. We're going to hook it up to the TV. We're going to show you what the setup is like and give you our final thoughts at the end. Now, I do have to give you the disclaimer that, well, there's a lot of things I can talk about and a lot of things I can't talk about here on YouTube due to the terms of service. If you're not familiar with what these streaming devices do, I would highly recommend that after you watch this video, hit the Googles for a little bit and see if this is something that you want to get into. Whatever you decide at the end of watching this video, make sure that you're buying these devices from a reputable company and a reputable seller. And that's something we strive to do on this channel, is take all that confusion and guesswork out of it by reaching out to the sellers directly, making sure that you're getting a quality experience. So all that aside, let's start with the box. Here I'm noticing the box is a little bit on the thinner side, but it does show you what's included, and this is a user's manual inside. There's a cable, there's a power adapter, and a remote, which standard fare stuff so far, and it's boasting easy setup. Just plug it in, connect it to the internet, start streaming, and enjoy 4K image quality for clear images. On the back, it's just basically boasting again more about the incredible picture and exceptional value, and well, I can't really argue with that if the content is there. So let's just open this box up, and this is what you're met with. You're met with, well, something that looks like a Roku Ultra, maybe a little bit on the bigger side. This is, well, the SlingTV Box unit itself, and we're going to walk you around the box. First thing I do like is the fact that it's got a profile that's thin, and it's just going to blend in with your media center. Always something worth seeing. Nothing worse than having something with a gazillion lights and all kinds of labeling everywhere to take you out of that experience. If you know, you know. But one on the side right here, we have a couple of USB ports, a SD card slot. Coming up to the front, it does look like it's going to have some kind of display light. Going on to the back, very simple. It has a USB-C power port, an Ethernet cable input, as well as HDMI, and the AV port, which I don't really think anybody's using anymore, but it is still nice to see it. If it's there and it's offered, we will utilize it. And well, to show you it's brandy new, we're going to peel off this plastic you guys seem to love so much. And boom, there you go. So it does have a glossy finish up top, but if it's inside your rack, it's probably not going to be a distraction. You're not going to have to worry about, you know, reflections bouncing off. Well, let's get that out of the way, and let's open it up and see what they did include. This is a first. This is the first box, and I've done about 12 of these so far, that actually includes an Ethernet cable, which, believe it or not, I don't actually own one of these. So that's pretty good if I needed to hook that up directly to the router. It comes with a power port plug, which is separate from the USB-C cable. I like seeing this because if this here works and this cable, say your cat gets it, if you have a cat, or maybe your wife just rips it out of the wall, you can replace the cable. Sometimes finding the power bricks nowadays is a hard thing to find. And here we have an HDMI cable. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I always say this in every video, If you are using the stock HDMI cable that comes with it, keep in mind most of these are just basic HDMI cables to get you set up and running. I'd highly recommend checking out a higher quality cable, because 90% of the problems that I see with all of these boxes can be eliminated with a quality cable. Reaching inside, we have, well, this is a standard Android box-ish remote, which is fine, but it does have a mouse button as well as basic controls for your TV. Again, no batteries included, but it looks like it's going to need 2 AAAs. But again, you know, it's a battery. I'd like to see those included, but I also understand as well. And let's see, we have a user's manual, basically just walking you through, you know, a basic connection and setup to your TV. Speaking of connections to the TV, we're going to hook this up. We're going to get it set up and started, and we're going to show you our thoughts here on the SlingTV Box. This is the Express 4K S5 Max. This box, I'm not going to lie, this one here I am thoroughly intrigued with. This is the setup of the SlingTV Box. And I got to say, this is one that I have been waiting to see, because I'm just intrigued just by the name alone. First startup, you're going to notice that you're going to get a all familiar disclaimer notice. You can read that, hit agree, and we'll move on to the next screen. And it's going to ask for your setup. First thing you're going to do is set up your Wi-Fi, and once you have that, you just hit next, and it will bring up the welcome to use SlingTV Box. Okay, first thing you're going to notice, it does look like Superbox. You're going to notice that there's no apps pre-installed, which is not a problem. We're going to go in here and we're going to see what it has for available apps. And you're going to notice it has a Google Play Store, it has MPlayer, but really what you're going to want is the App Store right here. This is going to give you another disclaimer. I highly recommend reading that at least once so you know what to expect. Hit agree from there and you should be all set and not asked again. But the first thing you're going to notice, it has My TV. We're also going to talk about this right here, and this is something that I did not know prior to accepting the box from SlingTV. They do advertise on their website that they have adult content. I am not personally going to install that on our system, just due to our personal opinion on that. But we are going to install My TV, which we already did, as well as My Video on Demand. And then from here you have BTV, which I've used in the past. It's not a bad app. Facebook, YouTube, standard fare stuff, Viva TV, Streamio, which always is pretty decent, OnStream, Kodi, which I like seeing at my former world using Kodi boxes and applications, as well as a few other stuff, as well as NordVPN. Now, I will say this, I personally do not run a VPN on any of our systems. However, some people do swear by them. Your mileage may vary on that. But if you feel so inclined, there's NordVPN here. There's also a lot of other VPN options out there that probably are a lot better. And we'll go back out to the main menu. And the first thing here, we're going to go, hey, here's My TV. It's already there waiting for us. And then Video on Demand already has. So this here is different from Superbox in the manner that it automatically will populate those into the right places. What I'm noticing right up top is that they are apparently dedicated to customer service, because they have a WhatsApp customer service number. Should you run into problems, you can give them a shout. All right, so above and beyond that, you're going to see that you have 6 options down the bottom here that say add, and you just go ahead and add whatever you want. Say you use Miracast receiver and you want a quick launch option. You can just click that. Once you get your orange check mark, you're going to go back and then boom, and then so on and so forth. So you can populate those however you want. You're also going to have access to your system settings here, which is just your general Android settings for your box, a file manager, a internet speed test, a trash option to get rid of stuff, uninstall stuff. You also have ways to change some of your buttons on your remote, and also a clean out system. You're going to get rid of some system memory, extra files, stuff like that. All right, we're back, and we're going to give a final thoughts here on the SlingTV Box. And this is, again, the S5 Max. I've been playing around with this for about a good hour and a half to 2 hours now, just tracking over our normal stuff, looking up our normal movies, and I gotta say, the content on this box is astronomical. There is pretty much something there for everyone. Now, I will say that looking over their website, they do advertise that adult app that has tons of adult content. Nothing that we looked at on our box, but if it's something you're interested in, it's one of the only boxes I've seen that advertise that exclusively. So maybe if that's your thing, you're going to be very happy. Overall, the remote itself, though, I got to say, felt a little clicky to me. It is a little cheap feeling, but that's okay. You can set up certain universal remotes to take its place. But all in all, I mean, it's functional. It just, again, felt, see if you can hear that. Every time I wanted to do something, it was just very clicky, and just the hold and feel in your hand wasn't quite that premium experience. That being said, as far as the box itself and performance, unbelievable. Very quick response, very fast moving through the menus, everything loaded very quickly, and just worked. And that's something, well, I can appreciate. The thing about SlingTV Box, I don't know how long the name is going to stay around, because I think that may kind of interfere with SlingTV. But, you know, hey, that's not for me to decide. Overall, a very solid box, and something if you're looking for something different from the norm, different from Superbox or VC Box, the SlingTV Box may be exactly what you're looking for. And we're going to leave a link in the video description so that you can pick up one of these. We want to thank SlingTV Box for sending this unit to us. We're not paid for them. We don't have a contract or an agreement to give them a review one way or the other. We just share our findings with you. And if that's something you appreciate, give us a thumbs up on the way out of this video. Until next time, I'm Bob, and this is Life Redesigned, and we have covered the SlingTV Box S5 Max.